This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
There is a gross strain of political grifter that has come out of the Donald Trump universe. It's not just one, it's a type of person. You've got your Lauren Boeberts who are on the circuit giving sermons before churches. You've got Mike Flynn, disgraced traitor to the uniform that he wore for many years and a traitor to the United States, advocating for a Myanmar-style coup here in America. He's now a prophet talking about what God does or doesn't want, waxing bizarre conspiracy theory. There's all these characters who have come out of politics or notoriety in popular culture who are now grifting the church. And I don't so much mind when someone who is a member of some hate denomination being grifted and taken advantage of. There's other concerns I have. There's enough. I only have so much bandwidth of concern for so many things. So that's not on my plate. But when they start to chip away at the confidence in democracy and they start to promote fascistic ideas, it's another story. And in this case, we're talking about Dog the Bounty Hunter. What's his real name? Dwayne Chapman, the grizzled-faced freak show who had a reality TV show about tracking down people who skipped bail in Hawaii. There's famously audio of him telling his son he would be disgraced or not associate with him or something to the effect if he married a black girl or had a black girlfriend, except he didn't use the word black. He openly on a voicemail used the N-word. He's a racist piece of garbage. And because his star has faded, he's now taking to a church circuit. He's at a Opening the Heavens conference. And I have two clips here I'm going to play. Bizarre that he's now some kind of a prophetic voice in evangelical QAnon conspiracy theory theology. Calling Joe Biden Hitler. Saying Joe Biden, after the Democrats wipe out, is the quote. After the Republicans wipe out the Democrats in the midterms, Joe Biden just might commit suicide like Hitler did. It is bizarre, to say the least, but it is dangerous because, unfortunately, we live in a culture where these people become celebrities and looked up to. They're trusted because they're well known. I'm not as well known as even Dog, the goofy ass bounty hunter. But I wouldn't expect you to take my word because you like me. I wouldn't expect you to not take my word because you don't like me. Test the veracity of my statements. Look up the things that I say. If I say something that's wrong, oftentimes I'll come back and say, hey, this is something that was serious. It needs to be corrected. I apologize. It doesn't happen very often because I really do my due diligence to make certain. I'm not a grifter like Dog the Bounty Hunter. Let's get to this first clip of him saying that Joe Biden will kill himself like Hitler did after the Republicans wipe out, pay attention to that language, wipe out the Democrats.
Wait till November when the Republican Party, I think I met one Christian Democrat, have you? When the Republican Party wipes them out. Wait till November. Wait till November. I don't care how many ballot boxes there are. I don't care how they try to cheat. Wait till you see what happens. I told you this morning, little Hitler, and if you'll remember, Hitler committed suicide. Hitler, you know why? Because he was caught. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to catch these cheaters. And I'm not saying with my mouth or my tongue that he's going to commit suicide, but you never know.
Now, let's set aside that Dog the Bounty Hunter looks like a melting wax candle with his moron mullet. Let's set that aside. That's concerning, but maybe not our primary focus. The same party that is practicing the same principles of the fascist party, the Nazi party, is now projecting and acting as though the other side is the tyranny, that the other side is the disrespecter of human rights. And this language of wiping out, eviscerating, this language is concerning because it sparks in people who are ready for violence. It pushes them to violence. And it's not a theory that I have. It's not a theory that we believe. We see that. We have seen mass shooters glorify Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson in their manifestos after having committed heinous acts against their fellow humans. It is dangerous. There are real world consequences to this type of dangerous rhetoric. Apparently it was a 2-day event, or there was a costume change, because here he is in another bizarre outfit. He's a cross between Crocodile Dundee and Dog the Dipshit. Here he is referring to President Biden, an ostensibly loving, caring human being, as little Hitler.
So I pray, Lord, why have you led us in this way? Why did you let that freak steal the election? Why did you do this? And once I tell you why, you're going to agree with me. The Lord took me to the Bible, and Jesus' disciples came up to him and said, God, Jesus, why was this man born blind? Was it the sins of his father and his mother that made him blind? And Jesus said, no, that's not why this bad thing happened. The reason this bad thing happened is that to show God's manifestation. There's nothing we could have done about it. Not at all. Yeah, he stole it, because now, little Hitler, we are going to show you God's manifestation.
It is, for me, this is more alarming because it is in a congregation of people who ostensibly follow the philosophies of Jesus Christ, who jettisoned love of wealth and material goods, who cherished protecting refugees and the poor and the other. But they have flipped that on its head, and to them, this mullet maniac, sweaty, greasy-faced freak, is their new Jesus. This particular flavor of Christian, this wildly, overwhelmingly white crowd, is afraid of other, of gay, of trans, of black, of brown, of women in power. And they're going to do anything they can to maintain not just the status quo, but to drag us back in a regressive manner to the 1950s, when white supremacy was the order of the day through color of law. Again, not exaggeration. We witnessed what happened this summer with Roe v. Wade. That is their intent. They're leaving gay marriage on the table for re-examination. Contraception is on the table to be banned federally for women to have access to. These people are dangerous, megalomaniacal, sickos who are taking a page out of Donald Trump's playbook. So when he's gone, maybe he's behind bars, they can carry on the mantle. They can hoist the torch of Trump and move on into the future. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. You can also email me, of course, daily@dollemore.com. I appreciate you guys very much. I'd love to hear from you. You can also get at me, follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter and Instagram, and that's it, at Dollemore. If you appreciate what I do and you want to take part in supporting my work, click the join button below. For $1.99 a month, you can become a channel member. I would appreciate it very much. You can also go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for engaging with my content, sharing when the spirit moves you, liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that. It means a lot, especially in these health tenuous times for me. The outpouring of love and support has been overwhelming, and I appreciate you. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.